So, hello everyone! Hey, welcome to the stream. We have 5 people watching right now, and I just realized that I accidentally showed the actual streaming solution that I use. So, today we're going to do a quick flight. Actually, not a quick flight. As far as the time, this is going to take the full hour. From here, Lukla Airport down to Kathmandhu. It's going to be something fun we're going to do. And you might have noticed that I decided to change aircraft. At first, I planned to just cheese the takeoff with the Citation 10 and basically take a fast cruise down the valley here. However, a lovely comment said to me that won't be too realistic, so I decided that, hey, why not just try to use this thing, which is a the Twin Otter, also affectionately known as the Twatter, which is the aircraft that is used to actually serve this route in real life. However, because this was originally something I wanted to do with a Citation 10, which has full RNAV, I'm going to cheat a little bit by having this GPS up here integrated into the aircraft model, and I'm going to slave it to the nav solution. So this means that I'll be mainly using this one. I'm mainly using GPS and not using the nav aids in order to do this whole thing. Right, so before we start reviewing the route that we're actually going to use, let me ask you a question. Now, as you may have seen, the weather this is the weather at exactly noon, which is the time I'm flying, today at Kathmandu. It's not too bad, but the visibility is only like 5 kilometers, which is not the best, and there are a lot of clouds around. It could be worse. I think it's fluid is in live weather, and I have seen worse, but because we're in a flight simulation, yes, the airport I'm at right now is Lukla. I have the Echo's old scenery pack on in case you're curious. So if it looks different from what it looks on your side, that might be why. And as I was about to say, as we're in this flight simulator here, we have the option of changing the weather to our desires. So I would like to ask you a question. If you do you want to actually keep flying with this weather, or should I change the visibility to something a little bit higher? Alright, so write in the comments what you want. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you what kind of route that we're going to do. So, as I said, we're going flying from Lukla to Kathmandu, which is basically how you take the people climbing Mount Everest back from here. As you might have seen here, I have programmed the actual SAR and approach as used by the latest charts from the published by CAA Nepal. I have programmed that into FlightGear, and we're going to follow this to the T, basically. This thing right here is a misapproach to the red zone. And I'm going to show you the actual map of this, because if you think approaching into Lukla is like the craziest thing in all of aeronautics, then the approach into this, which is supposed to be flown by like pretty big planes, is going to be even more surprising. So, let me go ahead, go back to the cockpit, and switch over to screen mode. I have it like this to make it a bit more convenient. This is the star chart as terminal arrival. So, as I say, I picked to start from Kinti here, and it's going to fly all the way over to IAF, which is Rayton. The speeds are a little bit high because, as I said, this is made for this is probably also made for things that are a lot faster, like the Citation 10 or the Airbus. But if you still come over down here, this is the instrument approach chart. There are no ILSs at Lukla. Sorry, of course not at Lukla, but at Kathmandu there are also no ILSs, and this is the RNAV approach. You have to follow this curved path with a lot of waypoints, and this thing will actually take you down a valley, which will allow you a less steep descent path. There are altitude information here that I will also be reading during the flight, but you won't see it because I will be focusing on the FlightGear window. Otherwise, it might be a little bit too... Yeah, and in fact, I think you aren't actually... Luca has a VOR. Yeah. At least, I think there's a radio that you can follow all the way into the valley, and then you just visual all your way through. In fact, but if the weather gets like foggy enough, they will have to close down the airport because there's no way to do the final leg other than just pure visual. But because I'm going to Kathmandu, we don't have that problem because we have this thing right here that we can follow all the way down. So let's zoom into the config we like and switch back to the FlightGear window. And as you may have noticed, MP multiplier is on. So if you guys want to join me in this flight together, you can spawn in at Lukla right now. Right now I am on MP server 21, which is the closest one to my location. But as I said, all of them should work and they should connect to each other. So you should appear on my screen regardless of the actual server that you picked. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And let's do another start because I can't be bothered to do that one. Actually, Flight Realism said Lukla has a vor, which is interesting. To be honest, I guess it has a vor, but it definitely, if there is one, it isn't shown in FlightGear. But as I said, there are other VORs around, probably this one or the one at Kathmandu, that you can just follow the radio down and do a visual turn into here. My FlightGear scenery broken, I can't join server, but I watch you. Thanks. Actually, my scenery is also broken, as this scenery has not exactly been maintained well, and these things here are missing textures that are exposing the void in my graphics card to you. But the second engine is starting now, and so we're going to be taxiing out to runway soon, and then we will leave. Let me set my target speed for a moment. My target cruise speed is, if my memory is correct, 170 knots, and vert speed, I will dial that in at 1000 for now. It's over to my list. We should be just about ready to take off now. Okay, I want to bring on one extra dialogue, which is this one, because I also want to be able to see the throttle level. I was also set up this fuse to focus on the GPS in case I want to read it. Yes, multiplier is on, so you guys can join in with me if you like. Now, given that I've seen no responses to the text whenever I should do this realistically, I'm going to use... Oh yeah, I guess they just delinked the tiller there. Okay. That will be problematic. Okay, so, center, no steering wheel, separate that out, press 5, and we'll see how this goes. Okay, I'm going to not read the chat for a few moments. Let me check the volume. I'm going to dial down the volume a little bit of the airplane rev because it's pretty loud, and I don't want to blow your ears with it, but I think it's time for takeoff. Let's recenter the controls. I'm going to rev up the engines a little bit before the parking brake is disengaged. Flaps at 10 should be okay. And let's go. Airspeed's alive. Okay. We'll change that 80. Yeah, we got 60, 80, and we should be ready to go. Woo! There we go. First thing we should do, we're going to turn south. Or west, as it turns out. I think the directional gyro is off. Oh, I need to retract the flaps. Whoops. there's a climb speed in this thing, and it's actually like 110, 120. So this is about right. I've seen somewhere mention a climb speed of like 90 knots, but that might just be me misremembering. So I'm going to follow a valley for a bit, just to climb to a very safe altitude, and as you might be able to see, the Twin Otter is quite slow and maneuverable. Yeah, I forgot to retract flaps. So a mountain pass won't be too fun here. In fact, wow, I'm going to blank of a cloud sphere. This is not good. Now it's time for the start of the show, which is the autopilot. I'm going to use altitude mode on IAS. Should bring my speed to 115. I keep the heading unhooked so I can steer the plane myself. Sure, not slow speeding as you. Maybe. I actually have trouble getting up to speed in Twin Otter, most likely because I don't know how to use the flaps lever. Sorry, not the flaps lever. The propeller feather lever. I have not flown this sort of plane before. And apparently I need to feather it a bit in order to get best performance, but I have no idea. Oh my god, clouds right here. It's not good. Anyway, another thing we have to do, just pull that down a bit. Another thing we have to do here is, I need to turn that off, to get ready to get on course. So let's zoom in. What bearing am I going to be at? What is happening with you? Am I tapping a mountain or something? You need to wipe water on an open manual engine control and become a bush pilot. We'll see. Okay, I need to go into GPS settings. But my leg course is 245. So as I said, this thing is tied to this. So my selected radio is going to be turned to 245. 45. And then I can like turn over there later to intercept it. That's the heading bug. I'm just going to turn them around here. Heading waypoint is 257. So if we're past the mountains already, we should be safe. Should be safe to do whatever we want. Maybe even switch to heading mode right about now. Go right. I am actually okay. Okay, here's my situation at the moment. Okay, let's see outside. Wow. Okay, I'm actually passing quite above the. I guess I'm passing quite high above the mountains here, and that's why I didn't see them. But right now, as you can see from the GPS here, to fly directly to my waypoint, I have to be at like 261. I had to have a heading of 261 right now, 262, and my heading is like 30 right now. The needle currently is to the right, which means that I need to steer right of the direct course. My direct course is 253. Right now I'm steering like 300. So I will eventually go and intercept this, and then nav will go until it. Distance not going down. Perhaps. Oh yeah. It's weird. 6.5. I'm going to turn right a little bit more and see what happens. But yeah, that is supposed to work. Oh Christ. Let's check the map, and that is not right at all. Okay, let's just go do that. Oh yeah, the DG is... kind of off, I guess. DG. Let's see, what is my actual course here? 210, so let's set that. And change the heading bug to something a little better. Turns out, my DG is off. Well, thanks for that. Reminder to check every single instrument you have. Wow, that wasted a ton of time. And we have like... Okay, I'm going to keep on IAS mode until we hit like... so we get close to 17,000 feet, then I'll switch that mode too. What is my bearing right now? 274. Pretty close. So, my direct course is 271. We want to steer a little way right here, just so we can intercept things in time. There are mountains above, which look a lot more better. But as long as we're not going to hit them, we're fine. Let's try ferrying it a little bit, actually. With panel, you go down a little bit, and you pull the LH propeller up, let's say to 70, see what that does to us. Actually improve things a little bit. Uh, 10 miles, you descend to airport altitude at higher, and 5 nautical miles descent runway. Oh. If you're talking about my navigation, as I said, I have the actual star and approach programmed into the FMC, so it will follow that, and we are going to follow that today. Let's see, 267, 300. This thing should get intercept soon. It's kind of not, though. Check the map. I feel like turning left some more. Let's do that 33 or something. Should also help us not hit that thing up the head. I don't want to buy brainy with GPS. The arrival airport will be Kathmandhu, which is VNKT. I tend to just set things in a route manager and then follow it, rather than being a good pilot and thinking on my feet sometimes. Love to get more. See, right now this thing's just over. Oh wow! Okay, the needle's moving. So now that the needle's moving, means that this is looking good. What, 4 minutes to that? If you're telling me to look at GPS. Actually, we will be way lower than intended, which is weird, but okay. Airport. What is airport altitude? Okay. I didn't understand what you want. So the airport altitude, which I can read off the chart, is 4395. So 4,400 feet, basically. And I'm not sure why you're asking me to say things in nautical miles, but okay. Is it on nav mode right now? It is. And right now it should just turn over and intercept. We'll reach that in 4 minutes, and we're just about close, I guess. We'll check the... what was that again? 1009. This thing should have set to 1009. Ouch. No, not that high. There we go. So miles wise, I think at Kenti we will be something like, I don't know, assuming that the map is to scale, something like 30 or 40 miles away. Anyway, we're also getting close to 17,000, so we're gonna level off soon. Okay, if ever pull up this to 90% and see where that goes. I'm actually exploring this as I go. Oh, it gets low. That gets worse, huh? Yep, it gets worse. So let's just go ahead and try pushing it to 40 maybe. See what happens. Roughly the same. Okay. We're still looking good actually. Even though everything is a little weird sometimes. I might need to throttle down soon because at Kenti there will be a step descent down to, let me read this up the chart, 12400, flight level 124, and then that will definitely cause the plane to speed up. I'm planning to be at most around 160 during this whole thing. If it blows that, this thing can go. Hey Blue Jay. Charts link, look, they can be grabbed. You can search on the internet for, what was it again? The for the CAA Nepal, they publish an EAIP. Thailand also has one actually. Also, this thing needs to go to altitude mode now. We're reaching altitude. And we blew it. Or it will be good. I need to find the send points. I just sent a link down in the YouTube chat just in case you want to follow along. Here we go, we at about 30 seconds, still accelerating. Wowzers, this is a weird flight. Also, interestingly, I don't see anyone up on the MP map. Close that out, I guess. Pop that here. Okay, so after this, we're going to descend to 12400. And there we go. 12400. And I will need to throttle down soon. This one is actually a false alarm. I am on MP22, if I remember correctly. It's MP server 21. Which is the closest one to me. This message is, as far as I know, a false alarm because the IAS is still at like 140. But I will have to throttle down soon. Have a look outside. As you can see, you can't really see much out to the side there. You can see through the map, through the clouds to the mountains below somewhat, and on certain routes you can even see the houses, but not here. Right, I'm going to plug in head reduce speed, maybe. As far as I can tell, it's a false alarm, but okay, I'll do it for you. And I think it's reading this basically the same speed it displayed on the GPS. Right now it's at 183. VNE is 180, so I guess that's why it's showing the message. So now we're below. Okay, I'm going to plug in my headphones. You guys tell me if my voice disappears. Hello? Alright, that should stop like most of the noise from getting to ya. I should be below maximum operating speed now, but not sure. Yeah, no, there isn't that much plane noise. Yeah, it's calibrated differently. It gets a lot better when I turn the view outside. So let's try reducing it even more and see how it responds. And I said the next waypoint is KT646 in like 24 miles. You have a lot of time to get down to 12400. I can actually see, wow, I can see my reflection out here. Let's see, what the heck is that? Reset props. Huh. Haven't read that. Hey, Epic Chicken. Glad to see you here. During what probably is only busy inside. Okay. Now that we have like 5 minutes to do this, I'm going to tune nav2 to something that's going to actually be useful. I'm going to turn it to the same, just to have something active to confirm my location. I'm going to turn nav2 to a radial that points in the VOR approach path for this. It's on radio 202 from Kathmandhu VOR. It's the one. I'm going to subtract 180 quickly, which turns that we need to go to radio 22. So now I tuned radio to radio. Wow. That should be confusing. To 113.2 is the one listed here. G.2. Although I've also seen that in FlightGear it's 112.3. I'll have to check the map for that. Yeah. I think it's swap in real life or something like that. And the radial is 22. We gotta set that. We're setting that. There we go. Now, this thing should be pretty straight line once we're on our final approach path down to the runway. Okay, now the message disappeared. It's something like, what are we doing? 156. Right here, I almost have normal FSX graphics. Yeah, should be pretty close. A lot of the stuff that graphics has to do with texturing work and materials work, which is what I was looking into with the Phuket video, where they're also working on a PBR workflow for that, ultra realistic bloom and crap stuff. But it's not a big. They're still working on it right now, and you can't even rent a terrain. This plane's actually pretty good. What is it again? It's there. We have 3 minutes, and we are at 135. We should be good. What's our speed looking at? 161. It can go up a little bit. Thanks for the help with A3 rating. Yeah, thank you if you mean me. Isn't a lot. There's going to be like minutes of gap between the nav aids, even in the approach phase. And you won't see things off the window. So this thing is the most exciting for the path that we're going through rather than the actual thing itself, I would presume. Here, for example, you can still not see too many things. There are a couple of roads down there, and sometimes you can even see houses, but not here, I guess. It's nothing to see out the windows. This view actually exists for the Twin Otter. You can basically take a bird's eye view and do map or whatever. The view direction can't change, which is weird. But yeah, this is good if you want to do something like a map. Local map for the plane, I guess. Nose gear in case someone wants to film. Left wing and right wing. I guess people attach GoPros here in real life. Tower view, OGL. Okay, we were back to the standard views. There's no passenger view, apparently. Right, 1 minute 2. We're going to pass KT646. At that point, we will drop down to 10500. Right, 20 seconds to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Let's read. My longest flight in FlightGear in A320 is 6 hours. Okay, there we go. We're going to drop down to 10500. Also, after a waypoint called Munao, which is 2 from now, I might start to reduce the speed because I do need to reduce the speed to get ready for all the approach hops. My longest flight was 3 hours for Blue Jay. I think my longest, I had a pretty long. My standard for long flights is like 2 hours because I can't usually leave computers on, especially these days where I could have spent that time doing something else. So I don't usually do long flights. They're kind of boring anyway. Hello, Avion, good to see you here. 3 hour flight equals 500 nautical miles. Wow. Fort. Yeah, I finally had the opportunity to try the Twin Otter for this one. And as I said, I have no idea what's going on because it's supposed to be able to reach like 160 knots legit, but it's not. Right now I'm doing 164 on this throttle setting, but it's fine. In my testing, I actually referred mostly to the IAS, and it never went close to 160, even at full throttle. As I said, it might have something to do with the feather setting, but if there is, I don't know. PS Aviation, why do Twin Otters are powered by 2 otters? I don't think that Twin Otter will take off because friction, but Right, so KT644 is coming in 2 minutes. Nothing spectacular there, it's just another waypoint where the aircraft will turn, but... This point we're probably going to approach. Okay, Avion 8. This is real life weather. However, it's not live weather. I used the METAR from a few hours ago. I think 6 hours ago when it was noon in Kathmandhu. So yes, it is really this cloudy. It looks like in real life, and it has been this way for a while too. We don't, even in the tropics, don't call these months like rainy season for no reason. It has been this cloudy for a long time. In fact, at the beginning, I actually asked the viewers if they wanted to go for an unrealistically high visibility just to make things a little bit funner to do, but no response, and I think things kind of work out more realistically this way, so I kept it. So 30 seconds to go into that. We are, holy cow, already at 105.00. They tried doing this route in with 777, they would die in the next 10 seconds. Good luck taking off. Yeah. I know, and at Citation X, you can kind of just like drop off the end of the runway, then pull up. It will pull up just in time so that you wouldn't hit the ground in front. However, for the 777, you might need to toe guard the throttle and use Control U to get in the air. I think the takeoff distance is a lot higher on that one. Next waypoint is Moonau in 2 minutes. 200 knots headwind. Okay, talking about high headwinds, I actually tried. Naturally, if you have something light like a Cessna whose takeoff speed is like 60 knots, then what happens? You put a Cessna facing north and set the wind to be 60 knots from the north. It will just hover there, correct? In fact, Flight with Realism, you might not want to just post like you're spamming your videos. It will trigger the spam detector. And I'm going to hide it because it's kind of off topic. Yeah, both you will die, probably. That one is definitely going to impact the ground on the 777. On the Citation 10, it will be harrowing, and if anyone has if there is an airport fence, it will hit it, but probably not dead. I'm not sure if that would actually like break the wings though. Contest. Muno in 1 minute. FlightGear Pro, I think, because I have used FlightGear 2 gear. Dude, this channel has been doing FlightGear for like what, 4 or 5 years. What is current time? Can you even tell it's morning, noon, evening, something? Yeah, it's hard to tell because clouds, but I set the time to noon at the beginning of the session, and if you see here, it's currently like almost 1 p.m. But naturally, clouds at noon means not a lot of difference compared to actual evening in terms of lighting. Okay, back to the Cessna with a 60-knot headwind. I tried that, and I even tried to turn off the gusting behavior, but it just blew left, right, all the way. The aircraft just goes randomly, and it is impossible to control. I think someone did this in BeamNG, and they actually got it to work, but not here. Okay, we passed Mu now, and we're going to K2642. Still at 105.00, but this point, I kind of want to start reducing speed a little bit to below 100 because at KT640, which is 2 waypoints from now, I might want to pull flaps 10. As it's lunchtime, what's the onboard meal today? This is a 1 hour flight. There is a 1 hour flight, and there's probably not a time for onboard meal. Also, it's COVID time, so you should have received a box that you're supposed to eat before you get on a plane at Lukla Airport. And if you haven't consumed it, you could just go ahead and do it in the Kathmandhu terminal. It's pretty big. QC Aviation said it does not end well, his attempt to do this whole thing with a 777. And where am I in the clouds at the moment? Oh my god. Okay, I know that this is just clouds because I never changed, because this isn't live weather, so the weather isn't going to like spontaneously change, but, well. No, lunch meat was crazy. Yeah, it's a 1 hour flight, what do you... what's a 1 hour flight? People would still serve chicken nugget. Yeah, I think I smell some in the back, peeps. Someone opened the chicken nuggets box up here. I think I can actually hear someone slurping Coke too. Thank you, Flight Ribriazum. Okay, what's my speed? Okay, down a bit, then. I want to be below 100. What type of approach will you follow, VOR-DME or visual? I am following the RNAV approach, which, if you are on a PDF, that will be on, I don't know what the page number is, but it's towards the end. I'm following the RNAV approach. As I take controls and push. As I said, I'm kind of cheating by using a GPS that's mostly intended for VFR to do an RNAV approach, but, you know, this is FlightGear and equipment failures aren't a thing. I could technically do the VOR approach, but in that case, I would get less vertical guidance, and that is important. Also, it's a lot more boring because VOR, you can't do curves. It would be just a steeper straight line down. Wow, the DME is all the way over there. Okay, thanks. No problem. The FPS in this video is considerably better than before. Before my videos or something. Because, yeah, this plane can actually... Right now it's at like 25, 26. Sometimes when I'm pushing it, it can drop down to like 15. The FPS. And, of course, that would be apparent. Quite apparent, in fact. It might also be because not a lot of things are lagging. Why is my 2020.3 lagging with low graphic on my OK laptop? Multiple reasons. For example, this laptop is actually what some people call CPU bound, which means that how much CPU is being used is the most important. That means no complex aircraft and no hard software encoding. I had to use my VA API to do this. Right, with KT640 in 2 minutes. So, okay. I'm going to gradually deploy up to flaps 10, and I'm going to adjust my throttle so that the speed is still at 100. Okay, back to the whole, gotta go. Glad to see ya. See you later. Are we landing? Close. We are still in the RNAV, and the landing will probably be like 10 minutes plus from this point. We are actually approaching the IAF right now. Still in descent, yeah. Whoops, 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 whoops. That would have been bad, but okay. Yup. Okay, so I guess that didn't really kick in until a lot later. Yeah, we're not really landing. Landing is coming up later. KT-640. We're there already? Oh yeah, not yet. That one's next. Right. So the next waypoint after KT-640 will be our IAF, and after that, then we will start the actual like proper descent. It's quite a while away, though, and yeah, as you can see, I kind of slowed down in preparation, and now it's going to take like literally say 6 minutes. Oh God, until we get there. So boring section, but the exciting thing is going to come up in like 8 to 10 minutes from now. Avion 8 says, "This is the first officer speaking. Please brace yourself for one of the worst weather approaches you will ever experience. So hope you are alive after landing." Oh my God, really? Really? How? I'm literally hovering at 95 knots. What the heck? Okay. I need to wait until that goes away and push it, maybe. As you guys can keep the flash recharged for now. Yeah, we have time. And especially as it has used right on the approach. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't have too many idea how fast it can go without like potentially destabilizing our approach. So I tend to like put the first step on right before I start the approach. But I think it can be done a lot faster because it's autopilot all the way down and it should handle it. Almost all the way down. The last leg I will have to fly manually, visual, but as I said, shouldn't be a problem. The actual problem with flaps because I also made a calculation for what vertical speed what runway will we approach today, 20 or 20? We are approaching runway 2. We're approaching runway 02. Because 20 is blocked by mountains. You cannot get in there except if you're like your aircraft can do a very steep descent. So we're going to push it right about there. Okay, let's see if that overspeed text comes up and what it corresponds to. I already throttled down because I don't want to see it, but okay. Did Kamikaze to land at the block 1? Could be. And if you have like a real stall, like I don't know, the C-172P, you might be able to like just dive down and pull up and go out to land on the other end. That no, that's not what we're doing today. We're following published procedures, and the only published procedure for an RNAV approach is for runway 02. Is that an advert for Lukla? because the terrain is a lot better. Yes, I am using an add-on for Lukla. It is, I think, the Echo's old scenery pack, and that's why the texture was corrupted at the beginning. So the difference you can see is that the side that faces the mountain on the runway, on the default scenery that you will get using terracing, there will be a cliff with a really stretched texture on it. On the Echo scenery, there wouldn't be. Also, hi Symbol Exam, glad to see you here. Yeah, also another thing I figured out is that if I fly at 100 knots, then throughout the entire descent, my descent rate would have to be 500 FPM. I don't have that calculation for whatever this is doing, so I'm a little bit more hesitant to do it that way, but the autopilots are actually going for like 1,000 feet per minute most of the time, which is crazy and not documented. But that means that we should still make it in time even at like super fast speeds. We're going to getting to our IAF in a few seconds. There we go. So right now we're cleared to descend all the way down to 8700. I'm going to throttle down a little bit because we will overspeed otherwise. So there we go, 8700, and I'm going to pull down the throttle slightly and put it back up because we're slowing down. Yes, Avion 8, you're correct, it's the Echo scenery. So at Guras, I would really like to be at like 9800 minimum. Actually scratch that. Make that 9200. To calculate the approach with you can do some calculations. Yeah. You can also do that, and I also, as I said, I calculated the feet per minute for the original approach plan, but we deviated from it, so. However, it does look like we will definitely reach it in time, surprisingly. Little passenger cap. Oh, heated packet. Multiply distance to runway threshold by 3 for the DorDek approach to Mount 1000. I'll screenshot that. That could be useful. In fact, I think right now this thing is actually on, so we can read the miles off here, which is 18. Altitude should be at a point of distance. This is actually to the VOR, which is a little bit ahead. So when this thing reads like 10, it should be at 10 miles, so it should be like 300,000? Hello, passenger captain speaking, plane descending at what? Neck 45,000 FPM, please fasten seatbelts and wait. This thing is at 500 peeps. Oh, we're past Guras already. Yeah, you're getting to KT350. When we pass KT530, the altitude will drop again. And I think we will get there basically just in time. And we're in clouds again, but we can see terrain again. There's a mountain to our left, and in a moment you will see why the RNAV route takes us on a very circuitous route with a lot of waypoints on our way through Lukla, on our way to Kathmandhu Airport. Right now we're just gonna buzz really close right up this mountain here. KT530. Yeah, not time yet. That is what we should cross at X7. And we will probably be a little bit above, but it's better than a little bit below. Now we're approaching A320, next 700 and next 603 degrees speed 140, about 4 down, gear down. So, wait, how do you have the gyros with 20-minute approach? Oh, okay. So none of the waypoints that I use in this video are actually in the FlightGear like nav.dat. They are all part of the star and approach procedures, which I had programmed into FlightGear manually. I could share the files later, but they're kind of messy at the moment. Ask in the comments if you want them. But yeah, they're not something you can just add to the route manager. They are part of the star and approach. Okay, where are we now? Dovan, we should be at 7. Okay, we're definitely late now. Dovan, we should be at 7100. In fact, at this point, we're going to have terrain to both sides. The visibility is not... Unfortunately, we cannot see the truth from the cockpit because the visibility does not allow for it. But yeah, we have mountains to both sides. And you see outside, you see that is this river that our route is basically going to be following. The line to the right is going to be the straight-in approach to the airport. And because we are quite low, we have to follow the valley using the RNAV route. Yeah, to Blue Jay, you see, any big aircraft that is going to approach this airport is going to follow this exact trajectory we're flying right now. It's going to be a little bit more accurate. We kind of late in our descent, but this is basically how we're going to do. KT524 is going to be 6740, which I've tuned it in as 68,000. We're literally still at 8,000 feet. Okay, I am definitely slowing down because we will not be down at the airport. You saw into river. It's not big enough for that. Because otherwise, we will definitely not be down in time. KT522, that's 6260 or 63,000. This is the fun part, everyone. Mountains to both sides, following signals from random stuff in the sky. 20 seconds, true. We are more than 1,000 feet above the actual procedure. You have oil pressure warning. It says reset prop. Oh yeah. I should do that. Because right now we're already in descent and these guys should all be at full right now. Okay, KT520 at 5280 or 53,000, which is 2,000 feet below where we are right now. And we only have 1 minute. I think you need to go around and see the runway location. Yes, we cannot see the runway for now. We need to wait until literally the last waypoint, which is KT500, until we will even have a chance to see the runway. And in fact, we might need to go around. We are still descending. It's just that we are really late with everything, and literally everything. And this is not going to go well. Okay, now that we're like 35 seconds over, now it's time to pull one of the flaps. And because we're doing this in a hurry, we need to go straight to 20 and watch our speed, because our stall speed is still quite high, given that it's flaps level. Alright, 10 seconds. I'm supposed to see the runway right about now. So I do have GPS into the last leg. I had a GPS into the last leg, and I am still within bounds. So let's see if we can spot the runway. If not, I will have to go to the next waypoint and go around. If yes, I will. Oh crap. Okay. Okay, now forward 40, and let's see if we can see scrap. I might need to go around. There we go. I can see the pathway lights already, but this will be really challenging. Oh, we actually... Oh, crud. Okay. Crud. But we actually have energy left here. Which is it? Frick. Okay. 360 degrees. Frick. Okay. Yup. We're definitely way too high. I think I can still make this. I think up into like a few seconds later, I still can make this work. But wow. I'm at minimal throttle, guys. And we're actually right on track. Interestingly enough. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, crud. That's also how it landed the last time. But we're definitely going around with this one. Because having a weird thing happen that late into the approach is definitely not a good sign. The visibility, I think it's high enough that we can do something... That we can do things visually from here. I'm going to circle this airport to the right and come back around. Just a crud, really? Casual VFR approach. What the heck happened? Okay, this makes no sense. It's making less and less sense the more I do this. Okay. What's to the right? That. What? Oh yeah, we did. I think go around and use a KTM for its easy approach and in honor. Definitely. I think for KTM VOR is a little bit too far from here, I guess. But yeah, reflex 0 on that one. It was bad enough because it seems to respond slow or differently from what I get used to, and I get launched into like really bad situations really early. Oh, I guess we are following nav 2 out, guys. Safety is priority. Okay. Let's get the flaps back up and flaps back up and get back on the radio. I think I got lost enough that I should just follow the VOR right. VOR right back. Okay, I'm going to AP for now. You stay here and actually not altitude mode. Dang it. VS mode, and you stay here. You stay here and do things level. I'm going to go ahead and look things up real quick. Hope it's a butter. Yeah. I'm already having to do a goddamn go around this thing. So the one we're following on is R202. Okay, so I'm just going to deslave this thing. Switch the... What are you doing? Oh, it's just the mountains. Okay. 112.3. And we're going to go on radio 202. Where are we? To right, okay. We can heading back that around. Okay, first, let's actually compare to DG real quick. Heading is 100, and we are at 103. Whoops. And I'm going to pull the heading bug to somewhere. Are we heading again? 202. So we're heading into bug rare. I think you should stabilize at 1000 AGL. Need fly big plane flying a lot. Reflex is 100. 100. Definitely. And they've definitely reacted too slowly there. I'm going to go on to D9. Right now we're at D6 already, huh? Wow, this is interesting. Oh yeah, I'm at the... It's weird. $202.2. We're still doing this, so we should be fine. Say the correct QNH. So you get speed and pitch stall gone and perfect. Yeah, I was getting way too slow on that one. I think that's what should I be at here? 8900, wow. What am I at? Should I like go that high, or let's actually go that high. You go off because the route manager, I'm not using you anymore. I'm just using this page. We should be intercepting soon. Or that's what's supposed to happen. I know they talk a little bit too much more information and confirmation, the better. Yeah. Why is altitude mode being so aggressive this today? What the heck now? No. What? The flag just switched to from with literally 0. Also, when there are only 5 of us. There have been like less than 6 of us since the beginning. I think I'm definitely lost. Nothing is working the way they're supposed to right now. Oh, it's because we're way too far away. By the way, the QNH already set at I kind of set mid-flight, but I already set it to the correct value. Also, wow, this is going to take a bit of time. What is even going on? Oh yeah, that happened. Are you on AP right now? I kind of just turned on autopilot just to help me a little bit. of everything. But yeah. So right now we're 4 away. So I'm still at 1899, so I need to go all the way to like 9 away. The weather is really bad, true. And it's like this way all the damn time. In fact, we're kind of getting close to where we need to be. We need to be at like 9 out, and right now we're already at like 6 out. So at about like 7 out, I'm just going to do a random procedure turn, I guess. If that's possible. Why is there mountains in front of the goddamn approach path? Your Nara cabin sounds so good. You're way too fast, we throttle down a bit. Yeah. It is fine, we should. Because we might want to be at around 100 by the time we go out. I kind of just wanted to get to the correct place like as fast as possible, which is why I just went full bang on there. Why the hell is there a mountain in the supposedly proper approach path? 100 knots is what I'm going to use for an descent. I'm just going to do this and get heading for a while, and I'm going to, the autopilot is going to be switched to nav2 soon-ish. This is not, I mean, when it's Twin R is a little bit slow sometimes. To intentionally go that way and the other way. Want to steer to about 00. Sorry, 22. And I'm going to just I will be using the AP on it way down, but wonder what the correct VS is here. About 500 should be good. Route is still a little bit to the right, so let's keep going there. As long as there are no mountains of the way. I'm still at 9 out, but we might want to descend soon. So yeah, nav 2. Just go keep going. Keep going up. And oh my god, my brake load is just so high right now. And heading on nav intercept mode of nav 2. Right now we should be going pretty close to intercepting that. I think we should let he fly the airplane coming in the pilot win. It's getting tough. Yeah, it's definitely getting tough. What is going on with you? Get out. Sometimes that happens. Get out. Okay, how are we? We might just get terminated on the ground here because, wow, nothing is going well right now. Okay, where are we already? 6. Where are we supposed to be at 6? 7210. Where are we right now? 8,000. Oh, also, wow, that. Use GPS, man. I kind of should. Right now, I kind of don't want to deal with any of that stuff. I'm at 5, so I should be at like 6640. Okay, I'm already over. Wow. More way right. Right now I'm at 4. I should be at 6,000. And I'm kind of getting back in line, so should back down a little bit. The GPS is kind of tricking me right now because I am. Wowzers! Is there a wind here? Everything's random. I'm kind of trying to concentrate on getting in the correct place, but yeah. I should also get the flaps up out as soon as possible. Without risking too much stalling, of course. Oh, is that the runway there? Where are we? 2 away. Ow. Really? Is it that powerful? I think we got that already, huh? Ah, okay, there we go. Nice. Are we good? Low, but good. Wow. Okay, should be a little bit higher because targeting is a complete mess. Okay, I actually have problems judging if I'm high or low right now. Like literally 3 seconds before, this looked low. This looked like I'm low, and my speed don't have a lot of speed reserves. But now I look high. I think I'm a little bit too zoom in, actually. That might be why it looks weird. Okay. 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 Throw up a little bit because I'm going to lose a ton of speed here. Too much, in fact. And touching down off the runway. I have to be careful. Okay, I think I got this. What? Okay, stall alarm at the most random places. Wow. Anyway, we are at least on the tarmac safely, like 20 minutes behind schedule, but we're fine. We're good. We're good. There you go. Ouch. Yeah. Storm alarm working weird. I approached that speed like literally a while ago and it did an alarm, but the instant I get close to the ground, it slammed. No idea what's going on there, but we are on the ground. Thank God, at least. Yeah. Neg 1000 FPM landing. It actually stalled during the landing. which is not helpful, but yeah. I need to work on this one. This is like literally the third time, I guess, landing on a Twin Otter, so it's a perfect Ryanair landing right there. Let's turn on the landing lights. It's kind of blinding me. So yeah, we're in Kathmandu. I said it's going to be a weird approach because of that complication, and I added another one because I completely misjudged the landing both times and had to basically last second correct with this one, even with the VOR approach. I should go fly for Ryanair sometime, I guess. Keep up the spirits. Anyway, looks like I still have nobody on MP, but this is flight opportunity. That's the important summary. We are somewhat alive. You're totally fine. You have boop of steel. Thanks for the flight and welcome to Kathmandu. Oh my god. Appropriate. Also, this thing has strong engines. They're literally idle, and we are moving forward. And hey, we literally have like 2 Thai Airways planes here. No, this is 1 KLM, but you know what I mean. Nice model, guys. I wonder if Kathmandu actually does not have jetways in real life. Doesn't seem like you want online for me, that is. Yeah, it turns out it might be that the MP server here is not the best. A new landing challenge when everyone tries to butter, I guess. So if you cut off from this thing, let's do that randomly. Looks like these don't work. Okay, fine, we're fine. So, replay. Let's see how many feet per minute this actually takes. Literally a 1.5 hour flight. Okay, this one's already me taxiing. Let's go back to the latest approach. Butter equals passengers equal money. True. That's why we all hate Ryanair so much, don't we? Okay. Let me check. I think the instruments are not updating properly in replay mode here. So, I will need... I guess. Oh, I'm already landed here. Hi, Pro Shocker. Mercury reload the whatever it will load up. Yeah. I thought. Yeah, on some airplanes the instruments won't work in replay mode, and I thought that was what's happening here. Let's see how many FPM we are doing here. 679, 678, 679, 679. Yeah. 700 BPM. Pro Shocker, let's see. Yes, this is FlightGear. Unfortunately, I couldn't really play other flight simulators because of monetary concerns. So I'm doing this one and showing other people about it, I guess. It's literally a 700 700 feet per minute landing. Let's see how it looks like from outside. Good video. Good video indeed. You literally don't know how it's gonna go. Tower, I'm flying for GFJ H4 right now, Pro Shuttle. Wow. This is not Tower AGL, but I will be doing it later. Boo. Ryanair. I need to do a Twin Otter in better visibility scenarios, more FPS. Might be better. Oh yeah, let's see it in Tower AGL. Okay. Here we are. Unfortunately, we can't see how close we are here. Is that really AGL? I think we're actually going to get blocked by trees here, but let's see. You just go to my nearest hospital to support and need mental therapy. I think our airline, that would be covered by the contract on the airline. We might need to pay that for you and bankrupt ourselves even more. Okay, let's see if we can get a better view. We can manipulate the review position of everything by these sliders. So I'm going to go to that and try doing this, I guess. But yeah, it's a little bit slow doing this, so I'll just type. Okay, let's see what we need for a good view. Maybe 50? 20? 20 seems good. Let's take a look at this complete Ryanair landing from this view. So you're super under. True. Also, I think the throttle sliders here update real time, so you can see how behind the goddamn plane I am. ATC eyes up. Bam. I think the people in the tower just requested emergency services to my aircraft, even though I didn't ask for it. I think there were some winds. There are some, but I should be able to handle that, but maybe not. In fact, it was at 156 knots, and I was landing on at 02, so it is not the best. Probably not too much of a crosswind component, but definitely a bit. Also, the trees shaking. Yeah, there's some wind. There's definitely some wind. We should try the live weather. Okay, I'm going to end the replay. I'm just the aircraft's parked here because I'm not going to go. I'm not doing other things anymore. I need have other things to do. Let's see what the live weather is like here at Kathmandu. Low mates are available at boarding. Oh wow, I think I needed to be downloaded. Actually, here we are. Right now, the winds are actually calm. TAC twin auto landing from 100 mpm because emergency cars. Foggy. Yeah, right now there's actually no winds right now. Interesting enough, it's night. Winds are variable at 02 knots. Visibility is still 8 kilometers, so it's still not the best, but a bit better, I guess. Few 010 scattered frequent. Those are the clouds. Somewhat better than what we landed at. True. That's also why I want to use the weather at noon for intensity, but I could have had a way easier time at this, you know? And I should have started to torture myself. Yeah, not the most wrong. And the METAR actually maxes out at like 10 kilometers. And after that, it just means 10 kilometers or more. And you would need to report in saturated miles to get FlightGear to report that. Get your FlightGear to render anything further than that. Now that we're here, not like this is Lukla would have been fine. Yeah, they cannot understand. It's a hard airport. Landing at an airport with long run rate. I'm getting no hand claps at that one. Let's take a look at the cockpit. There is no like. I think. Oh, and I reviewed that I made a custom setting just for that one. There's actually a cabin view. Interesting. And there's a tail cam that I can enable. Let's see. This is the tail cam. And here's the cabin. No smoking sign. Air stairs. I guess that's how you get off this thing. There's also an emergency. Weird emergency exit if you want one, I guess. Yeah, it's a bit higher above the ground, so better use the air stairs. If there's no emergency, I guess. Bird's eye view looks really nice. Well, it looks like a positor. Airport's landing not hard, based on experience. Yeah. If I had experience... yeah, I had not a lot of experience with the Twin Otter, and the slow response definitely surprised me a little bit. What happened to this? Oh, it's 1 and 2, that's why. I thought ships for clipping. Shut down the engines, please. Good idea. I thought that was the fuel cutoff. Okay, anti-code. I might need to follow the checklists. Because I can't find too many things here. Spawner, elevator trim reset for change. Okay, so that's not the shutdown thingy. Okay, throttle's idle. No, it's... Really? You have experience you land here. The passengers will die. I wonder why. I thought you just like toggle the fuel cutoffs, but apparently no. Like, this does not work. Oh, that's the they mapped to the interactors. We mean chat best. Okay, just favorite the props for now. I guess that's at least that I could do. So I kind of wonder. You're supposed to like pull the fuel from it first, either with a mixture or whatever, but I can't find it. YOLO, I guess. Is the magnetos mapped? Magnetos are not mapped. Oh my god, how do you shut this thing down? Where's M? Yeah, M is the intake deflectors. I tried that, and that didn't work. And also usually, you know, the angle curly brackets would turn off the magnetos, which should just shut off the engine, but also didn't work here. Okay, I guess we need to use these, I guess. I am not sure. Fuel levers, but what? Are you supposed to click here or what? Red stick, look for a red stick above. Yeah, there. Oh, over something there. Which is weird. Yeah, the red stick, I already click on it like a dozen times. It doesn't work, which is weird, but... No power, what is this? Looks like... Yeah, I click on this like a dozen times. It never works. Tried various things too. I don't know, propeller's already on feather, so I have no idea what's going on here. Yeah, I suppose in a real aircraft you would just like pull this off, but I can't find a way to do it here. This flat out doesn't want to go anywhere. Let's just do the fuel pumps, and that should just kill them. Yeah, mouse wheel didn't work either. I tried everything. This is left click. This is... Oh. I think middle click worked, but yeah. Mouse wheel didn't work either, but middle click works. Anyway, I just killed the pumps, and that killed the engine, so we're fine. I think it is an avionics master here. Something here. Oh, it's an ELT. We don't need that. And... here's the external power. And a GPS unit. So, yeah, the passengers aren't dying. So, I guess that we also need to do stuff like engine covers and all that. But I'll skip it for now. Well, so, battery off. Oh, yeah. I thought the master would turn off everything. Is there a battery? Oh, here it is. I suppose middle click does that too. Cool. So, why is the chronometer still on? Bug, I guess. I will say that this is going to be it for today, guys. We flew into Kathmandu. went around and come back again. Almost didn't land and landed at 700 feet per minute, negative. And it's working pretty good, I guess. I should do things better next time. So, we see you next time. Have a nice flight. Something I want to find out. Is this server disconnected, or are people literally just signing on somewhere else? Not a problem off at the moment. Bye.